Hello, so now I'm actually back. So now I'm going to be doing like basically, so let me introduce you to myself. My name is Lance Brown and today I'm going to be teaching you a tutorial on how to model a Nissan 300ZX pretty much, which is this car right here, which is pretty much a nice fast sports car. Very simple and basics if you're starting off. If you're starting off first, this is a very simple and very basic tutorial for you. And I'm going to be showing you basically the basics on how to model a car using 3D Studio Max. So I'm going to get started right here, and I'm going to start right here with 3D Studio Max. And for part 1 of this tutorial, I'm going to be setting up the blueprint for this car, I think. So let me try to navigate a little bit. So now I'm just going to go into here and I'm going to turn that on. Go into plane. Bring that down to about 0, 0. Actually, I'm going to bring that to 1, like that. And I'm going to select this right here. So first I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to snap to grid points. And I'm going to go into here. 2, like that. So we have that selected. So now we're just going to go into here and we're going to turn this off. We're going to rotate this incrementally like that, and we're going to go shift like that. And we're going to rotate that like that pretty much. Like that. And now we're just going to go into here and we're going to like that. So now we're just going to go into the front right here. And we're going to go into here. And we're going to bring up the measurements. So I'm just going to actually go into here, and the length is going to be approximately around 454, like that. Like that pretty much. And the length of this is going to be around 250. Like that. With, no, that's not it. Is that right or something? No, not really. 454. 0. So let me try to go back into my blueprints and find out what is the real measurements for this. So right here is 454 dimension. $250. 454, like that. So I have to somehow change the metric system of this. Unit setup, meters, no. Centimeters, like that. No. Unit. Centimeter. 450, like that. And I want to set this down to 250, like that. No. Is that right or something? So let me try to figure this out. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be... So now I get this is the other way. The width is supposed to be 450. And the height is supposed to be 250. Like that. And this one right here, the back is supposed to be around... The width is supposed to be 412. And then the height is supposed to be 261, like that. 261, like that. Yeah, the width is supposed to be like that pretty much. And now that's supposed to be for like the back of the car. And this right here is supposed to be for the top. It's supposed to be like length is supposed to be 930. Now actually I'm going to bring that to around 448. My measurements are quite wrong right here, but I'm getting it. 930, like that. And this is supposed to be approximately width-wise, I'm going to put this at 927. And the top is going to be 267, like that. Very accurate. Actually, I'm going to have these at 260. 260, like that. $260. And this one is going to be around 260, like that. $260, like that. And then I'm going to have this one be around 95. $30, like that. And now we're just going to take this and I'm just going to go into front and just move that like that. Like that. Very accurate. And I'm just going to go into here. And I'm just going to go into my material editor right here. And go into here. Just unmaximize that. And the first texture is going to be this right here, like that. And I'm going to go into here, bring this texture right about here, bring that texture right about here. And bring this texture right about here. So now I'm just going to go into here, add that to the bottom right here, add this to the side right here. What can I do right here? I know I had to do something because this is not doing it. That's facing wrong. So I have that right there. And I'm just going to go into properties, object property, and I'm going to take off cast shadow, receive shadow, like that. And I'm just going to go two-sided. And this one I'm going to go two-sided, two-sided, two-sided. And I'm just going to go into scale. So I'm just going to scale this right here. Scale that like that. How can I do this and fix this? I haven't used this program in a long time, so So let me try to figure this out. So it has to do with one of these. So I'm just going to go into here, and I think is in this property right here. And sink is down here somewhere, but there's I'm gonna bring this at 180 like that, 180 like that. So I set the angle like that at 180. I was getting a little bit confused right there, so I set the angle like that at 180. So now I'm gonna go into here, and I'm gonna try to do the exact same thing with this, and I'm gonna try to add that right there. Make sure that that's selected. Go into here. 180 like that. Add that right there. Go into here. $180 like that. So we have that right there set, and now I'm just gonna set this to inline. Go into here. So we have that now set in place. So I guess that's pretty much it with the first part of the tutorial. Just wait, let me just pause this for a second, and let me try to do something a little bit different. So basically now I'm back, so now I figured it out. So if you want to get this texture to show in your blueprint properly, so what you would need to do is you would need to go into, so I'm using the 2014 version of 3D Studio Max. So I'm going to go to Preference, first Customization, Preference, go into Viewports, go into basically like choose drivers, and you're going to choose basically the DirectX 3D 11 driver basically, and this is the most realistic you got right here. You can select different drivers as much as you want from right here. But this would get the viewport to be as realistic as possible. So you would do that. So whatever driver you have or whatever computer, how advanced your computer is, you're gonna choose a driver that's recommended for that the program recommends for you for whatever computer. So we have that basically right there. So we have that basically. And what I did basically for the shader, for each of the shaders, is I had it basically two-sided. So two-sided textures I added right onto the actual thing too. And then you already saw it. I actually switched it around basically. The direction for this one right here was a little bit like the direction for this so let me try to see. The direction for this was a little bit off right here. So what I did is I went into here and I went into the U and I switched it around basically 180. So I'm going to try to do that again to 0. When I first started off it looked like this. So what I did is I switched around the U direction to around 180. And then it basically switched around the direction. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here. We're going to basically take this and we're going to basically put this as a group and group that, and we're going to call this like blueprint. Just give it like a random name, whatever suits it. Blueprint set up. Blueprint setup right there. So we're going to call that blueprint setup right there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here and we're going to go into this menu right here. And we're going to go into this entire menu. And we're going to free selected like that. So not free selected. So we're not going to go free selected. So whenever you remove that exactly like that. So I'm just going to go into here and I'm just going to go open like that. Select this right here. Like that. Kind of like that right there. A little bit above like that. Where it's even like that. And then I'm just going to go out of here. And just go basically close group right there. So that's already selected right there. So we have the blueprint already ready like that. Ready for the modeling process. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go into here and we're just going to go save like that. Or we can just go save like that and it's already saved. So usually what we do is we save this, which I'm assuming. You type in whatever name you want for the thing. So let's say I want this to be the name right here, which is already typed, which I already saved in. We're just going to go in here and just save that, and it's already saved already. So I guess that's done with that tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this tutorial. Thank you, goodbye, and good.